Ryan McIntyre, hat trick!
Watch WPIHL games. Read about the teams and athletes. Relive the big moments. Every season, the Trib Live High School Sports Network is your home for high school sports. No sign-ups, no fees, just sports.
From the Palmer Products Imaging Arena, here is the PIHL quarterfinal matchup. We are in Delmont for a 4-5 contest between the Norwin Knights and the Fox Chapel Foxes. Sean Saputo and Kevin Zelmansky alongside you here from the arena as we get ready for this 4-5 matchup between a pair of teams that have seen a lot of each other over the years. They've played twice this season. They played in last year's semifinals in Class A. They played in 2022 semifinals in Class A. These are two teams that know each other so well, but they're going to have to do it playing each other for the first time in nearly 3 months, Kevin.
Yeah, this season they're playing at a different classification. They met back on October 29th, so pre-Halloween, Sean. It was a 7-4 win for the Norwin Knights. They were outshot by Fox Chapel 33-20, but it was a big first period for Norwin. 2 goals by Dom Sorelli and another one by Alex Thomas spurred the Norwin Knights to a 7-4 victory. They met again, in that game. Thomas had 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. Sorelli had 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. And the goaltender we're going to see tonight, number 39, Owen Burmeister, he faced 33 shots, and he made 29 saves to get the win. Back on the 7th of December, so both of these games were played before we flipped the calendar. Norwin won on the road against Fox Chapel 6-3. It was a scoreless first period, a lot of goals in the second period. 3 by Norwin, 2 by Fox Chapel. Norwin added 3 in the third. Again, they were led by Alex Thomas, the leading goal scorer in 2A. He had 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Sorelli had a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. And then Mason Homan and Aaron Barati both added 1 goal. So if you add up the 2-game totals, Thomas had 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. Thomas wears 85. Sorelli, 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points. He wears 28. Burmeister that game faced 42 shots and made 39 saves for the win. That was a 93% save percentage. In 2 games, he faced 75 shots, 68 saves, 90.6 save percentage, and 2 wins. So, Sean, these 2 games going back even to last year's 1A semifinal, won by Fox Chapel 7-3. It's a game where we often see a lot of goals between these 2 teams.
It really is, and this is just one of 4 quarterfinal matchups within Class 2A in the PIHL. Of course, coming from the Palmer Products Imaging Arena, tonight's 4-5 matchup you'll be watching here in just a couple of moments between the Knights and the Foxes. Also taking place in Mount Lebanon, South Fayette versus Penn Trafford. That has a 7-10 puck drop. From Kirk Nevin, Greater Latrobe and Franklin Regional, a 7-15 puck drop. And from the Ice Castle, second-seeded Thomas Jefferson squares off against 7th-seeded Hempfield. That, too, is a 7 p.m. puck drop.
In this game, along with the South Fayette Penn Trafford game, is the top half of your bracket. The winners will meet in the semis on March 12th at 7 p.m. at RMU. The Latrobe Franklin 3-6 game and the TJ Hempfield 2-7 game are the bottom half of the 2A bracket. They will meet in the nightcap March 12th at 9 o'clock. Sean, the semifinals is probably the best 4 days for local hockey. It's kind of a reunion for those of us that have been involved with this game for a long time. Everybody kind of rolls out to that facility, and we watch 8 great semifinal matchups. Well, most of them typically are great. Occasionally you're going to get one that's lopsided, but that is your 2A bracket for today or this season's Penguin Cup playoffs. And at the intermission, I got some of the Flyer Cup stuff. We'll review that when we have some time.
Yeah, these are two teams, Kevin, that really, in the grand scheme of things, if you read anything regarding the PIHL playoffs, what's to come, these are two teams that, pending victory, whoever moves on, a lot of people are saying are going to have a tall task. A lot of people are talking about South Fayette and Thomas Jefferson, the clear-cut 1 and 2, and then it's kind of everybody else. And, put your chips in the bag, go all in, and just hope you pull off an upset. And these two teams both will face the winner of South Fayette and Penn Trafford, pending a Penn Trafford upset of the top seed. But if it is South Fayette, these are two teams that went 0-2 against those Lions this season, and it was a struggle. But, again, the postseason can bring just about anything.
Right. Well, you're playing in a one-game scenario, and it's not a best of 3 or 5. But the standings kind of prove what you're saying. TJ and South Fayette finished 1-2, 36 points. TJ has 18 wins. They're getting the 1 seed. Latrobe is the 3 seed. Norwin falls in at 4. Latrobe with 26 points. Norwin 24, followed by Fox Chapel 23 and Franklin Regional 23. Fox Chapel getting the tiebreaker. That's why they're here tonight to play Norwin. Fox Chapel has scored on the season 100 goals. They're one of 3 teams to reach that plateau. They're averaging 5 goals per game. They've allowed 91 goals. That averages out to 4.5, so there's a half-goal differential. Norwin, on the other hand, scored 92 and allowed 89. They're very much closer in scoring margin, averaging 4.5 offensively and allowing 4.4 defensively. So, as we talked about just a minute ago, when these two teams meet, we see a lot of goals often. We'll see which is more successful keeping the puck out of their net. Both coaches talked to us about the forechecking and speed and attacking. But Coach Radna also talked about Fox Chapel working a lot on their D zone, so we'll see how that translates tonight in this game.
Yeah, we're going to see quite a few players that put up some points, though, this season as well, including Norwin's Alex Thomas, the senior. 61 points on the year, 32 goals, 29 assists. They also had 2 others eclipse the 30-point mark with Dom Sorelli and Dom Constantino. And then on the other side for Fox Chapel, a little more spaced out is the scoring, as 4 players reached the 30-point plateau, and Dom Casilli, who had 39, Killian Kassane with 35, Liam Wiseman with 32, as well as Tucker Cullen, who also had 32, but 3 others hit 15 points on the year, whereas only the top 3 we mentioned for Norwin hit 15 points on the season.
Yeah, Thomas leads 2A in scoring, 32 goals, 29 assists for 61 points in 19 games. His line mate, Dom Sorelli, is 8th in scoring in 2A, 16 goals, 21 assists, 37 points in 19 games. Dom Casillo, he slots in as 6th in 2A with 19 goals, 19 assists, 39 points in 19 games. And Killian Kassane comes in 11th in 2A in scoring with 12 goals, 23 assists, 35 points in 18 games. So as you mentioned, there's 4 Foxes have hit double-digit in scoring goals. Casillo, Kassane, Wiseman, and Cullen for the Knights. They're a little more top-heavy with the line. Thomas and Sorelli, they have 32 and 16 respectively. And Dom Constantino with 10. As we're getting ready for opening faceoff.
No national anthem tonight. Looks like we're going straight into the matchup.
That's unusual.
Goalkeepers, Joe Ratner on the Fox Chapel side. Owen Burmeister will man the helm for the Norwin Knights. Opening line for Fox Chapel consists of Killian Kassane, Grady Cullen, Liam Wiseman, and then on defense, Max Kaiser, Tyler Goldstein, Alex Thomas, Mason Homan, Dom Sorelli, Aaron Verratti, and Parker Toth for the Knights, who win the opening faceoff and chip it into the Fox Chapel zone. Quick clear by the Foxes and then a dump by the Knights. Going behind the cage and playing the puck behind the net. Steal, almost, as Max Kaiser comes away with the puck, tries to chip it up the near side boards and knocks it down, deflected by a Norwin Knight. Knights have it with Sorelli. Sorelli trying to chip it to the near side wall, gets it back on the far side, back to the top of the point. Parker Toth with a shot. That one blocked in front. Steered away by Kassane, and Kassane gets it cleared out to Cullen. Cullen finds Wiseman in the middle of the ice. Wrist shot, glove save, and a hold for Burmeister. 16-19 played, 31 seconds through, or 41 seconds through, and it's still scoreless.
So both coaches talked about forechecking, and we saw the Knights establish a pretty good forecheck right there, Sean. But ironically, it was the Foxes that get the best shot on goal with Wiseman in transition through the neutral zone. And then they win that draw there.
Fox Chapel with the dump behind the cage. Dom Casil with it. Comes to the far side half wall. Goes back behind the cage looking for Tucker Cullen. Tucker Cullen loses the puck on the half wall. Chipped out by Norwin, and a regroup for Fox Chapel. Fox Chapel settles the puck in front of the blue line. Getting across was Sarah. Nate Sarah had the puck but lost it, and bringing it ahead is Zaravika for Norwin. Pass ahead is taken away by Fox Chapel. Fox Chapel now regroups. Sarah unable to play the pass at the center line. Back into the defensive zone goes Norwin and passes it across, unable to dump it free. Cullen behind the cage. Cullen behind the net gets checked off the puck. Ahead comes the Knights. Dom Constantino with it. Gets it to Vecchio. Vecchio across the blue line. Pass over Thomas, stolen away, and quickly ahead comes Fox Chapel. Another wrist shot. That one into the net, into the chest of the keeper Burmeister off the shot by Wiseman, and a face-off in the offensive zone for the Foxes.
Well, it was a good breakout by Constantino for the Knights. He was able to get through his own zone into the neutral zone across the red line. Was unsuccessful getting it in deep, and Wiseman picked it off and quickly in transition, Sean, through the neutral zone. Again, gets a long shot. He said the 2 shots on goal for the Foxes, the only 2 so far registered in this game.
Defensive zone draw win for Norwin, who clears the puck out. It was Parker Toth doing so, and so far Fox Chapel has really dominated the possession time. Pair of shots on the board, and chipping it in is Norwin, and Fox Chapel will play it into the middle of the ice. Cross the ice for the Foxes. It's Goring, his shot saved, and now into the back of the cage, and here comes Norwin with a 2-on-2. It's Thomas ahead on the near wall. Thomas makes a deke, goes with backhand, and that one blocked defensively by the Foxes. And up ahead comes Wiseman. Wiseman crosses the blue line, gets past one defender, and then Jacobs tracks it down. Goes back along the near far side wall. Wrist shot from the point, sticked out by the keeper Burmeister, and then cleared free by Norwin. And Kassane keeps the puck alive for Fox Chapel, who dumps it down and gets a change.
Both teams have been good on their changes so far, Sean. Changing at the right time, not getting caught anywhere.
Costantino gets the puck ahead. Steering it is Homan. Homan held up just in front of the blue line. Puck dumped back down, and Verratti has to get it to the near side wall. Looking for Sorelli. Pass intercepted. Homan has it on the far side ice now. 14 minutes to go. Opening period scoreless. Battle for the puck on the far board. Goes to Costantino. Costantino has some space to clear it out, but it's knocked down by Wiseman. He goes to the middle of the ice, drops it down in. Kassane with the backhand. Cross pass, and that one stopped by Burmeister. 13:46 to go in the opening period.
A little bit of a careless attempt to clear. The Knights went high in the air, and Wiseman again was able to pick it off, Sean, keep it onside as his skates were outside the blue line, but it appears his glove was still inside. Did a nice job on a little bit of a give and go. He passed it down near the left post, and they tried to give a little backhand pass, but Burmeister was there to stop it.
Jacobs wins the faceoff, pushes it to the half wall on the near side boards. Back across to the far side, Norwin has it. Norwin finally breaks out of the defensive zone, but a great back check by Jacobs to free the puck away. Cullen has it on the near side boards right at the midline, gets it across to the far side. Going behind the cage and playing the puck is Sarah. Sarah looking to wrap it around, unable to do so as Vecchio comes up with it. Bad clear by Norwin, goes back into the defensive zone and a regroup with Todd.
Sarah was in good position as the F3 right there for Fox Chapel. Pick off that breakout pass.
Norwin dumped it down, deflected by Fox Chapel, waved off the icing call. And here comes Nate Sarah. Nate Sarah's cross-ice pass errant and taken by Preston Stoner. Third line defense out for the Knights. Costantino brings the puck in. Backhands it behind the cage, helps Norwin get a change, and Kaiser regroups, chips it to the far boards, and steering that puck ahead and missing on the pass was Tyler Goldstein, the alternate captain for the Foxes. And now Knights with a chance to break out, unable to do so, but an offsides is called as it was Kassane coming up with a steal, but it was Wiseman who was unable to get across the blue line.
Well, that last play in the Fox Chapel D zone, the D in the center low, a little bit unorganized, and who's going to go get that puck? Got away with it on that breakdown. No one wasn't able to get there to create any scoring chance.
Dom Costantino dumps the puck behind the Fox Chapel net. 12:20 to go, first period, still scoreless. These two teams normally play some high-scoring affairs, but a lot of defense early in this one. Cullen comes off of it, skates across the blue line, goes to the near circle, drops a pass back to the circle. Kassane, his wrister is saved by Burmeister. 3 shots for Fox Chapel, coming with clean shots, but just putting it right in the netminder's chest.
It's going to be interesting to watch Sean, Coach Robinson, and his staff do with the last change, being the home team against that top line out here now for the Foxes with Kassane, Wiseman, and Cullen. We quickly see Thomas come out with his line after that whistle and kind of a matchup. They're going to try to hit a stretch play right here.
Will hit the stretch play. Backhander attempt by Sorelli is easily saved by Ratner. The first shot he faces in the game comes at 11:55 of the first period. Fox Chapel wasting no time getting it into the offensive zone, but loses it. Sorelli up the near boards. Sorelli goes in the middle of 3 defenders. Wrist shot, blocker saved by Ratner. Puck still in the zone for Norwin. With it is Thomas. Thomas backhands it down, does the captain, goes behind the cage. Homan gives chase, but he will not be able to catch up as Goldstein has it. Wiseman chips the puck at mid-ice, brings it into the zone. Between the legs of Verratti defensively and sticked away by Burmeister. Out of play, offensive zone face-off for the Foxes.
Nice job by Wiseman to change the angle with a little toe drag, shooting it between the legs of the defender. Sean, I think Wiseman's been the best player on the ice so far that we've seen. He's been effective in all zones, and he's created the most shots on goal for the Foxes.
Face-off in the far circle. Offensive zone of Fox Chapel.
See if they try to run that bank play again, Sean. They'll try to win it back and hit a streaker. They're going to go around the net, though.
Norwin has it, chips it away, and backhand pass, unable to play it cleanly momentarily, but Fox Chapel has it. Head with it. Shot. That one misses wide as Cassill comes up with it. He goes back behind the net, look for a backhand pass in front. Pass intended for Goring, but errant and chipped away by Norwin, but right back into the hands of Fox Chapel. And Kevin, it's been the story of the game. Fox Chapel's defense has not allowed Norwin any puck possession really in the offensive zone.
Just that first shift, that first 15, 20 seconds.
Cassill with the puck. Far circle shot. That one saved by Burmeister. Comes to the near side. Norwin looks to chip it out, does so, and a clear as Kaiser picks it up defensively. Norwin tries to get the defense a little bit of a breather. Constantino with the steal. And backtracking is Stoner. Stoner loses the puck behind the cage. And dropping back is Cal Costantino. Off the glass far, and this one will go down for icing. 10:15 to go, first period. We've played 6 minutes and 45 seconds, and still no score on the board.
One thing I've noticed, both teams have really done well with some cross-ice passes. That was one of the rules of my team, Sean, when I was talking defensively. You want to try to cut the ice in half and don't allow those cross-ice passes. That's how an opposing offense can really stretch you and open up and get their speed game going.
Norwin breaks out of the face-off. Thomas has it, chips it for a wrist shot, and that was Checkeye on the near circle, who got that wrister off at 10:04. Third shot of the game for the Knights.
So, Sean, Thomas is an interesting story. On the 20th of January, he played a game for the Colorado Grit of the North American Hockey League in Greenlee, Colorado, against the New Mexico Ice Wolves. He signed a tender with them and the Pueblo Bulls of the National Collegiate Development Conference. So he's got junior hockey in his future, at least an opportunity.
Cullen has it, brings it ahead, and Cullen unable to steer it off. And it's one thing Fox Chapel's done is really shut Thomas down in this one. He comes in averaging nearly 4 points per contest. But he has been quiet thus far. And I'm at 3.21. 2-1. He's over 3 and nearing 4.
That's really good. And here he comes in transition.
Thomas, he's going to wrist one from atop the circle on the far side. That one was deflected wide. He's going to go all the way back into the Norwin defensive zone where Verratti will come up with it, take it to the far side, and out for Norwin. Costantino with it. He crosses the blue line. Backhand, forehand, gets it to the net, and the shot is saved by Ratner, who suctioned himself to the near pipe and makes the save with 9:09 to go in the first.
Well, in that last rush by Thomas, Dylan Work, 53, was playing the right D for the Foxes. Did a good job getting stick on puck, deflecting that shot. But that time, they kind of inside-outed that left D there to make a good opportunity on goal where Ratner was going to have to hold that post to not allow that little crease between the post and the bent knee and face off to his left.
Second draw of the series is the first one. Cassane tried to backhand it out, and with the small boards up against the near side here.
Yeah, it's very low glass. There's a lot of whistles when they try to clear it.
Chipping it out is Fox Chapel. Regrouping is Toth. Toth tried to dump it in, but put it right into the stick of Goldstein, and ahead with it is Wiseman. Wiseman stops on a dime. Cross-ice pass, no good, but still collected by Fox Chapel. Backhander to the half boards. Fox Chapel is stuck up against that half board. Puck is still in the area. Losing control of it was Costantino, and a hard hit. First one of the game, really. Verratti laying out Farah. And ahead with it is Norwin in a wrister, and the save by Ratner.
And Farah's going to get the retaliatory penalty. He was not pleased with what Verratti did, and he gave him a little stick work just inside the blue line, and the trailing official saw it. I thought he pointed to the box, but he's going to go off. My mistake. I thought he called a penalty, Sean.
If he did, it's always the second one that gets you. It's never the initial.
Verratti was fortunate that wasn't called because he did not have the puck when he dumped him.
Yeah, that was a interference nearly. Shot from the far point blocked off defensively by Fox Chapel. And now Norwin setting up an offensive possession. 8:10 to go first period. Tight shot. That one sticked away by Ratner, and ahead with it comes Fox Chapel. Wiseman plays it off the near board, crosses the center line, tried to chip it out. Beautiful defensive play by Verratti, and now a battle on the near boards. Puck brought free by Thomas. Thomas steers ahead. Thomas crosses to the middle slot, goes to the far circle, now on the half board. Can't toe drag it away, and another stand-up defensive play by the Fox Chapel Foxes to hold Thomas. But a turnover to Thomas. Thomas gets it to Zaravica, and then Fox Chapel again tries to chip it out, unable to do so. Strong play by Zaravica at the point, keeps it in. Vecchio gives chase, and Fox Chapel will finally clear with Wiseman. 7:25 to go first period. Wiseman, cross-ice pass, sticking around is Work. Work drops it back. Wiseman, his shot, but the pad right there for Burmeister to make the save, and Fox Chapel will back it off and re-clear with strip matter. Dumped down and an icing call at 7:07 of the first period, and the faceoff will come down into the Fox Chapel zone.
Got to manage the puck better on that one. Strip Matter had it on his stick. He looked up to go rink wide to a teammate, but went right into the change of the bench, which forced them to ice it. It's going to bring the faceoff back into their zone.
Faceoff won by Norwin, pushed ahead, but trying to clear it out was Fox Chapel and a steal. Knocked off the puck was Zaravica, and now ahead with it comes Fox Chapel. Goldstein. He goes behind the cage. Power move to the far wall. Stops at the point. Wrist shot. Save and a score! The wrist shot by Goldstein from the far point deflected in. And I believe it was Grady Cullen who got the garbage and knocked it in. It's 1-0 Fox Chapel, 6:45 to go in the first.
Well, Grady Cullen led the conga line down the bench, so he got his stick. Sean, what he did well right there is he had a stick on the ice. So credit the shot from Goldstein. It was low. Cullen had his stick on the ice. Grady Cullen, number 95, was able to catch it and then reach around the goaltender, Burmeister, for the first goal of this one for Grady Cullen, his 9th of the campaign, with 6:45 to go here in the first period. We'll wait for the official scoring in the box, but safe to say that it's going to be at least one assist to Goldstein.
Cullen from Goldstein at trying to do math, 10:15.
That's it. You got to do it quick. I struggle with that because it's up to 17 minutes, not 15.
Backhand pass for Norwin off the ensuing face-off, gets it in the zone, and now Norwin has to pressure a little bit. Haven't been able to do so much. They have 6 shots, but really none of the 6 shots have been in danger of going in. Another smooth pass out. Cassill, Cullen wrister, and that one right into the chest of the keeper, Burmeister, for the save. It's 6:04 remaining in the first period. Still haven't got the announcement, but again, we're looking at Grady Cullen from Tyler Goldstein at 10:15 of the first period with the opening tally.
Good transition again there. The freshman Tucker Cullen with that shot. Him and Casillo on the rush. Sean, I'm not sure if this arena makes goal announcements. We'll wait and see. If not, we'll get it right off the website of the league for the official scoring recap.
Cassill bumps the face-off back, and retreating is Farah. Farah tried to get past the Norwin defense, does so, slams himself into the board to drop it back. Cassill now up the middle of the ice, goes to the circle. Wrister, that one deflected to the near side, and still with it is Fox Chapel. Cullen tried to make a move, gets past the defender, shot, that one saved, rebound attempt, that one goes just over the bar off the stick of Farah, and Farah battling for it in a penalty on Norwin. That's going to be a cross-check from behind by Joey Vecchio of the Norwin Knights. Trying to counter and hold on to that puck was Tucker Cullen and went right into the back. And they'll call it interference on Norwin's Vecchio. So a 2-minute minor for the Knights. And now down 1-0, have to bring out the penalty kill unit.
16 of 60 on the year on the power play. 26.7% are the Foxes. On the kill for the Norwin Knights, they are 42 of 58, 72.4 on the season.
Great start to the kill, dumping it down. Wiseman passes to Goldstein. Goldstein ahead. Stops at the half wall. Backhand pass soft off the board. Deflected by Norwin, but Goldstein gets it back. Goldstein brings it into the circle. Backhand pass deflected away. Wiseman goes back behind the cage. Wiseman played pitch and catch with Cassane. Back to Cassane. Top the far circle. Stays right to the faceoff dot. Goes behind the net. Regroups. Thinks about going to Goldstein. Goes to the middle. Cullen's slap shot attempt was blocked. Now puck went nowhere, but dumped down by Norwin. A great battle by Norwin Sorelli to hammer Goldstein behind the cage, but Fox Chapel with numbers ahead, 4-on-3. Cassill. Wrist shot. Saved. That one fluttered in the air, but Burmeister able to cover things up. And with 4:22 to go in the first period and 55 seconds on the power play, it's 1-0 Fox Chapel.
So the official scoring, Sean, it says they forgot to enter his name again. It was Cullen, Grady Cullen from Nate Sarah and Tyler Goldstein. Goldstein's the one that should have the primary assist. He took the shot. So once again, not reporting it well and didn't even enter the name of the player in there. So the goal was to Grady Cullen.
Cassill passes the puck down, 4:10 to go, pass across. Unable to corral that pass was Farah. Farah does have it, though. Goes to the middle slot, drops it to Wiseman. Wiseman's wrister is wide. Squirts to the far side of the ice. Cassill chips at it, and Norwin dumps it down. So far, so good on this penalty kill for the Knights. Only a couple opportunities for Fox Chapel. None too dangerous, though. Wiseman gets it ahead. Wiseman skates right past his own teammate with the puck. Gets it to the half wall. Cross ice pass. That one went right through everybody and back to the center line. 15 seconds to go on the power play.
Got to be careful of your Wiseman when you do that, Sean. When the penalty's about to expire, throwing it in the middle, in the slot. If you miss everybody and he comes out of the box.
Spin move by Wiseman. Gets it to Cassane. Penalty over, but they're in to Norwin territory, but the puck knocked off the stick of the charging Kassane and rolled right to Burmeister, who covers the puck with 3:22 to go in this opening period. Foxes lead 1-0 here in this PIHL Class 2A quarterfinal. Wrist shot off the faceoff, saved by Burmeister, steers it to the half wall on the far side, and the puck chips up over into the netting. And faceoff coming in the near side circle. Far side circle. Isaac Jacobs, team captain, playing third line center tonight, takes the faceoff. And still no clear winner, and it goes to Fox Chapel. Fox Chapel gets pass front looking for Jacobs. That pass blocked away, and here comes Norwin. Cade Zaravica throws one towards the net. Off the paddle of Ratner, bounce right back to him and lands in front. Ratner finds it in the air and smothers the puck as Zaravica got another whack at it and fluttered right into the glove of Ratner for the save with 2:56 to go.
Bit of a pinball action for Ratner. He hit his goalie stick, hit the glass behind him, and then bounced right back towards him, where Zaravica had an opportunity in front for the Knights, and they're going to bring the face off to the left of Ratner, and they win it.
Singleton, soft wrister to the cage, is easily blocked aside to the far boards by Ratner. Back to the point, and misplaying it is Norwin, and Norwin has to dump and get back on side. Dylan Work with the puck. Tosses it ahead to Wiseman. 2:35 to go opening period with the Foxes leading 1-0. Wiseman has it all the way down. Pass in front. That one misses, and it comes all the way to Costantino on the far side. Pass across to Thomas. Thomas stops atop the circle. Crosses it for Costantino. A little too far, but Costantino regroups. Costantino brings it to the point. Thomas, and he fanned on the shot. Got the very end of the blade on the inner part towards the shaft and went wide. Had a wide open cage, did Thomas as well. But great pressure by Norwin. Thomas goes to the low slot. Wrist shot. Glove save. Ratner covering and protecting the near side of the cage with 2 minutes to go. And an offensive zone faceoff for the Knights.
Sean, good pass to Thomas. That's one of the hardest skills right there, the one-timer. That's what you need to do as you advance. Those players continuously can do that with regularity, and that time it just was a little in front of him, and he healed it.
Cassill with the puck for Fox Chapel. Makes a move across two defenders. Stops. Wrist shot blocked. Beautiful diving play defensively by Parker Toth, and it sets up a breakout for Norwin. Chipping the puck down is Homan. Homan got it to the near side where Goldstein easily clears it out, but stolen away. Costantino, but he loses the puck trying to deep past the defender. Check in the far corner, frees up the puck. Fox Chapel gets it towards the blue line of Norwin, but quickly back to Fox Chapel's blue line where Fox Chapel now clears. Shot by Sarah off a body right across the blue line. And here comes Norwin along the far side of the ice now. Chip up the boards and no icing, waved off. And Sorelli goes to play it behind the cage, unable to do so. Sarah to Cullen. Cullen with it. 2v2 for the Foxes. 1 minute to go, first period. Cullen almost got past the defender, but Verratti with a big body check knocks him down. Fox Chapel holds possession, though, and finally breaking free with it is Sorelli. Sorelli gets it to Thomas. Thomas across the blue line. Dishes it to Sorelli. Sorelli, turnaround shot off the side of the cage. Backhands two more off the side of the cage. Bodies falling everywhere. Backhander into the crease. Sorelli goes down on top of Ratner, who makes the save with 37.2 on the clock. And now we got some fisticuffs going as Cullen is getting into it with Checkeye after Sorelli was bodied down on top of the keeper Ratner.
It's what we'll call a mad scramble in front, Sean. There are a lot of bodies, and Ratner was trying to locate the puck. Defensemen were trying to clear the white jerseys, but that all was triggered by that hit by Verratti down to our left. Got nowhere going the other way. They tried to beat Verratti twice. They only needed to beat him once, and he put him on his backside.
Stoner with the wrister saved by Ratner, and then another wrist shot from the far side off the stick of Cal Costantino is gloved by Ratner with 29.6 seconds on the clock. 1-0 Fox Chapel leads. Just under 30 seconds to go until a brief first intermission. And that one off the glass and ahead. Storming forward for Fox Chapel is Cullen. Grady Cullen can't play the puck. It's chipped ahead by Norwin. Stopped just behind center red and dumped back down by the Foxes. Costantino with it. Tape to tape pass to Stoner. Stoner got it ahead to Checkeye. Checkeye misplays the puck. Kassane steals it. Makes one move. Gets a shot across. That one just missed. Went for the pass across to Farah and time expires. Fox Chapel with a golden chance in the final 5 seconds, but the pass just went right past the stick of Farah, and that retires period number 1.
Norwin is lucky that Farah's right-handed instead of left-handed, and that would have been an easy tap-in.
We are through 17 minutes of play. The score through 1 period. Fox Chapel 1, Norwin 0. You are watching the 2024 PIHL playoffs here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads Up Sports Training System. Improve your reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Second period underway from the Palmer Products Imaging Arena. Our score through 1 period, Fox Chapel 1 and Norwin 0. Fox Chapel brought the puck back. Norwin trying to steer it free, trying to get some offense going. 10 shots in that first period, gets one there, but another easy save for Ratner. That's just been the story so far.
I was going to handle that detail for you, partner.
You're good.
You got to get the roll going of what's happening. Face off to the left of Ratner.
Thomas loses the draw, and hey, with it, 2-on-1 is Cullen. Cullen with the Foxes, shot, glove, save. Burmeister protecting the top near corner, and with 16:21 to go, a breakout opportunity for Fox Chapel, but maybe a rushed one, as the glove save was too easy for Burmeister.
So good 2-on-1. There's a conversation happening right now. Wiseman was not pleased that Cullen took that shot. I don't necessarily think it was a bad decision. Grady Cullen was on his off wing. He had a good shooting opportunity. The D went down. That kind of prevented the passing lane. So good shot on goal in the playoffs.
Norwin having trouble with the tape-to-tape passing tonight, but smooth, clear. Sorelli's backhand pass intercepted by Fox Chapel. Dumping it down was Strip Matter defensively. Stop behind the cage. Toth bodies up. Cullen Sarah behind the cage, and ahead with it comes the Knights. Thomas surveys the scene, uses the skate to re-corral the puck, goes to the near side, drops it back, Sorelli, and he loses the puck. Head with it comes Sarah. Tucker Cullen. Pass in front. That one laying in the crease. That one between the legs of Burmeister and squirted out wide. Fox Chapel still holds it. Rister from the circle goes high. Burmeister was without a stick. Goldstein got a shot off, and it goes high and out of play with 15:26 to go in this second period. Fox Chapel nearly adding an insurance goal to the lead.
Fox Chapel's been very good on the rush. Sean and Coach Robinson talked about that for Norwin in our very short pregame conversation.
Cassill with a shot off the faceoff from atop the far circle, and it just kind of rolled right to Burmeister, who makes the save.
When you want to slow down a team in a rush and transition, Sean, you got to get high, right? You got to get an F3 higher. You can't give them odd man rushes, and your D got to be careful about holding the line.
Casil with a shot. That one pad save cleared out by Norwin, but to the blue line. That shot for Hill was blocked, and all the way back goes Fox Chapel. Work gets it. Work goes behind the wall to Hill. Hill back around to the far boards. Cullen comes up with it. Backhander to Work. Work plays the puck, and now pressuring is Norwin, as you mentioned, Kevin, bringing up the defense, create turnovers, and almost did so. Work, though, holds on. Work steers it to the near boards. Great job defensively by Norwin to get the puck, trying to backhand it into the middle to nobody was Zaravica, and great play by Costantino to keep it. Zaravica tries to grab it. He can't do so. He loses the puck. Puck goes off the glass, touches the twine a little bit, but they'll let play continue.
They got the Foxes scrambling right now.
Cullen trying to find somewhere to go with the puck. Great defensive pressure by the Knights with 14:15 to go in the second. Cullen, though, breaks free. Tucker Cullen with Sarah, 2-on-2. Tucker Cullen goes behind the cage, loses the puck. Beautiful defensive stand by Zach Singleton as the puck comes to the near side boards, and Zaravica loses it. Behind the cage, trying to chip it out was Farah, and can't do so, but now it's Norwin who brings it ahead. Norwin loses it at middle ice, then protects it down to Thomas, and hand pass is called, and a faceoff will come to the near side dot in front of the Norwin blue line.
So, Sean, we remember that Fair was rudely dumped back there, but sometimes in a playoff game, that kind of gets you going. And I think Fair's been a different player. I think he's been skating faster and making more things happen since that hit to our left there in that first period. So the freshman getting indoctrinated in the playoff hockey. He's looking good now.
Zaravica with it. He's stood up by Goldstein, but Goldstein's the one that takes the fall damage. Thomas comes up with it, skates to the middle slot. Turnaround shot. That one deflected through some skates, and Jacobs comes away with it. Jacobs chips a pass across to Farah. Farah plays it off the board, off his skate, and then stolen away by Norwin. But Farah keeps it alive with a backhand. Jacobs has it. Jacobs, forehand shot on the short side, saved by Burmeister, and now the puck squirts free behind the blue line. Trying to hold it in was Fox Chapel, unable to do so was Kaiser, and ahead with it is Costantino. Costantino tries a toe drag, but Farah again right there defensively to come up with it, and he is gassed.
Look at him take a pause. He's just kind of standing there.
Tried to go tape
That's
the tape.
still on ice. It's on the other side.
Call. Didn't matter if Jacobs got the stick on it or not. As you mentioned, Kevin, he was in front of center red, not past the line. Chip means nothing. So with 12:50 to go, face off to the Norwin zone, and Farah looked gassed.
He was gassed. And Fair was right. They did get a stick on it, but he was like 2 or 3 strides before center red. If this is a regular season game and it's 7-0, they probably get that call. But not in a playoff game in a 1-goal game.
Toth spins it back for Norwin, but stolen away as it's been all night as Beiersdorfer had the puck. Beiersdorfer waits the pass. He gets it on the near boards, throws it across. Here comes Wiseman. He's got 2v2 with Cullen. Wiseman tried to go through, but great defensive play by Norwin's Verratti to get a skate on it. Fox Chapel regroups at center red. Dump back. Toth. Costantino. He plays the puck. Gets it to the middle slot. That one taken away. Beiersdorfer. He's trying to get the puck free. Cullen comes away with it. Here comes Cullen. Cullen to the middle. Come to the near side circle. Pass to the middle. Deflected away. And Norwin tries to steer clear and does so. And now a one-on-one. Costantino wins the race. Costantino shot, and he scores! Dom Costantino buries the breakaway. And with 11:53 to go in the second, we are knotted at 1.
Costantino's going to get his 11th of the season. It was a foot race. He had the straightaway angle. The defenseman Stripmatter for Fox Chapel had to come from the left, and Stripmatter decided to dive. I don't know. We'll never know if that was the right decision, but he didn't get to it. Costantino did, and he buried it. We're tied at 1.
Costantino, unassisted, ties the game. The puck goes to the far side. Norwin with a little bit of steam going now. Thomas can't play the puck. Drop back pass to Casilli. Casil, shot blocked. Near side wall. Tries to go in front, but Thomas is there to stop it. Goldstein, his shot right into the chest of Burmeister for the save with 11:26 to go, second period. 1-1 the score. Grady Cullen, assisted by Tyler Goldstein for Fox Chapel in the first period, and unassisted Dom Costantino here in the second for Norwin. Pass in front, backhand pass, steered away by the keeper, Burmeister, and back goes work for Fox Chapel. Gets it to Goldstein. Goldstein near board, swings it around, goes to the middle of the ice. Skating ahead is Tucker Cullen. Cullen tries to lift the pass, gets it to Casil. Casil, backhander, forehand off the inside of the bar. Goes behind the net. Casil had a chance to give Fox Chapel the lead back, but hits the inside of the near bar. Tripped up on the far boards as Cullen stolen. Thomas with it. Thomas toe drag. Pass in front, but nobody there looking for check eye. Casil has it now. Casil steering ahead. Power move to the behind the cage. Brings it to the far side. Cross ice pass. Goldstein there. Slap shot blocked in front. Off the shin of Singleton. Another pass in front. Burmeister lifts it with the stick away. Back to the point. Work holds it at the blue line. Dumps it back behind the cage. Singleton. Cullen go one-on-one. Singleton unable to hold up Cullen. Puck scrambled for on the near boards. Goes back to the half wall. Casil. Casil throws one in front. Off the stick of Burmeister. Fox Chapel tries to hold in the zone. Unable to do so. Scrambling for the puck. And a penalty upcoming. Checkeye took down Farah right behind the blue line, and Fox Chapel will have a chance at a power play. Pull the goalie 6v5 momentarily. Cullen across the blue line. Slap shot from the top of the circle on the far side right into the chest of Burmeister. But with 9:50 to go, Fox Chapel will have its second power play of the night with the game tied 1-1.
Good shift by that line for the Foxes. You know, that was coming through the neutral zone, Sean. It was 3-on-4, and I thought Casillo should have dumped it, but he kind of chipped it and kept going, and then all of a sudden he gets a look, and he chips it off the inside of that far right post, and then Fox Chapel just kept coming, and then Checkeye drew that penalty, so they're going to go on a man advantage. As we mentioned, they were 26.7 in the regular season.
Norwin wins the face-off and gets the dump down quickly. 9:40 to go as Fox Chapel regroups the puck. 1:50 to go on the power play. Goldstein brings it ahead, uses the skate to re-corral the puck, gets it to Casil. Long shift for this crew who was out there before the penalty. Casil back to Cassane. He loses it. Thomas pokes it away. Thomas gets it across center red, holds up and just backhands it to slow things down for the Knights. But what it does is it also keeps some tired bodies on the ice for Fox Chapel. Casil ahead after the cross ice pass. Near side, loses it on the drag. Gets past Toth, though, to regain possession. Runs into the official and gets it back to Goldstein on the near board. Pass to the low slot. Wrist shot. That one just misses by Wiseman and dumped out. Thomas is going to have to give a chase against Goldstein. Thomas wins the race, but Goldstein gets a stick on the puck. Takes it away from Thomas. Regroups for the Foxes. 8:50 to go, second period. 1 minute to go on the power play. Wiseman ahead. Backhand pass to nobody. Unable to dump it down is Norwin. Casil with it. Top of the slot. No good. And that one blocked, and here comes Dom Costantino. He has one goal. He tied this thing up. There's one from the high slot. That one high. Backhander off of the deflection, and Ratner got the glove on it. It went through in and out of the glove. He re-gloved it, though, off the backhand by Zane Zaravica with 8:31 to go in the second period and 42 seconds remaining for the Foxes on the power play.
Did it get with the glove on the first attempt? Re-caught it the second time. I thought Thomas was out there to try to create a shorthanded opportunity, and he did track that one down, but it was a good play by Goldstein right there to prevent that shorthanded goal from Thomas, and then they got a second chance.
Stripmatter with the puck across the center line, gets it into the Norwin zone. The defender goes behind the cage, looking to recycle to the far side. Farah, his shot gloved by Burmeister. That one was going to tail a little bit wide, but Burmeister elects to pull the glove out and settle things down with a near circle faceoff.
What I liked about what Farah did right there, Sean, his head was up. So when Constantino went down in a shot blocking position, he used the shot fake and stepped around them and was able to get the shot through the layers of the defenders and create the face-off at least if he didn't score.
Face-off win in the defensive zone for the Knights. Dumps it down. 15 seconds to go on the power play. One last rush on this one for Fox Chapel. 8 minutes to go in the game. Strip Matter has it behind the cage still as Fox Chapel has not brought the puck up. Can't get it, but finally does so. Power play ends. 0 for 2 are the Foxes, but they have offensive zone pressure. Behind the cage, rolling around is Work. Work goes back behind the cage, stolen by Thomas. Thomas ahead, breaks through 2 defenders, and he is sandwiched down. Zaravika comes up with it, but Jacobs is there to steal the pass. And the puck squirts ahead to Farah. Farah takes a check in the back. Another little jab by Zaravika, and he responds with a little slash to the back of the leg. But officials letting them play a little bit here with 7:15 to go in the second period. 1-1 score. Strip Matter dumps it down. No icing. Stopped behind the cage by Burmeister. Verratti. He is pinned up against the boards by Jacobs, and it squirts to the center ice. Wiseman has it. Wiseman retreats backwards. And a penalty. Jacobs is going to be the guilty party as Thomas was taken down by Jacobs. Thomas, in response, talks some trash, waves to Jacobs, tells him to get to the box. And Norwin has its first power play of the game with 6:56 to go in the second period.
23-68, 33.8 on the season. Thomas on the season has 5 power play goals. Sorelli has 4. Constantino has 2. And Aaron Verratti from the point has 6. Fox Chapel on the penalty kill, 64 of 90 for 71.1. Sean, 90, I underlined that one. That's a lot of penalties.
Constantino from the point. That one just squirts past. Verratti has it behind the net. Backhands it to Thomas. Thomas floats it across. Vecchio can't get a shot off. Blocked away by Fox Chapel, but the Knights hold. 6:35 to go, second period, 140 on the power play. Thomas gets it on the far half board. To the Constantino atop the circle. That one deflected high behind the gauge.
They put Verratti in front as a net front presence.
Constantino. Thomas. Quick pass across to the near circle. Vecchio. Vecchio gets it back to Sorelli. Sorelli backhands it to Vecchio behind the net. Vecchio loses the puck. Squirts it free and an easy clear off the turnover. Found the stick of Goring, and Goring cleared it. Sorelli brings it ahead. He loses it. Strip Matter gets it to Kassane. Kassane dekes past the defender, drops it back to Sill. Strip Matter, low slot, misses high. And Thomas comes up with the rebound control. Thomas.
Oh.
He takes a high stick from Kassane, and I think Fox Chapel has a lot that they want to fight about that one. I didn't see the stick so much go up that high, but Thomas.
He swatted his skate out. That was a very easy tripping penalty. Kassane, as he was going towards the bench, took a swing at the skates of Thomas, and it's going to be 5-on-3 for 48 seconds. And I just spotlighted how they had 90 penalty kill opportunities on the season, and they taken 2 with a 1 minute and 12 seconds.
Norwin with a big man advantage for 45 more seconds.
2-man advantage. As my partner just lost his balance momentarily. You good?
We're good. Just worry about the table. With the puck, Norwin. Vecchio back to Thomas. Thomas can't play it cleanly out the skate on the far side. Cross the point. Vecchio near side point. Fakes the shot, deflected wide. Sorelli comes up with it on the half board. Sorelli goes to the top. Vecchio, Sorelli on the near circle, and a beautiful play by Strip Matter to drop down and knock it free. 10 seconds left on the initial power play. Pass across to Thomas. Thomas looking, surveys, shot, misses high, deflected away. Sorelli has it. First penalty is timed out, 5-on-4. Wrist shot, that one blocked in front by Fox Chapel and cleared. Fox Chapel kills the first of 2 power plays, but now it's 5-on-4 for Norwin. 55 seconds left on the second minor of tripping, but a steal defensively by Fox Chapel. Great job by Farah, pestering Norwin in its own zone on the power play. Puck chipped in. Thomas spins around, loses an edge. Ahead with it is Goldstein. Goldstein chips it into the Knights zone. Burmeister drops it to nobody. And off the body of Burmeister goes Farah, who almost tucked it in from an impossible angle. Cullen goes down. He's stripped. And we're going to have 4-on-4 with 24 seconds to go in the second period. 4:07 on the clock, tied at 1. Fox Chapel will have to play 24 seconds of 4v4 and get 136 on a power play.
Well, the Foxes went on the attack, down a man after the big two-man disadvantage kill. Farah tried to knock it off the back of the pads of Burmeister. Burmeister was fortunate when he was retreating to his net, he didn't knock it in. And then as they was trying to attack, Colin going towards the slot was a tripping call against Parker Toff. So we're 4-on-4.
Kansas has the puck for Norwin. Gets it to Costantino. Costantino across to Verratti, and Verratti steers it ahead. No icing. Goldstein with it. Goldstein drops it back behind the cage to work. 3 seconds left. 2-1, and now a power play for Fox Chapel of 1 minute and 36 seconds. 5-on-4. Fox Chapel is 0 for 2 on the power play. Cullen loses the puck, trying to go back and forth to Goldstein. Goldstein gets it to Tucker Cullen. Tucker Cullen loses the puck. Costantino creates the turnover. Toe drag past the defender Goldstein, but Goldstein did just enough for the poke check to the near boards to knock Costantino off the puck. And here comes the Foxes. Ahead with it, Cassill in the middle slot. Fakes, toe drags, nobody there as Tucker Cullen was not with the rush. He was taken out of the play momentarily. A minute to go on the power play. 3:05 left in the second. Wiseman's wrister floats in the air. Burmeister, that one kept out, but a high stick on the puck.
Wiseman tried to get the rebound up in the air. It's going to come outside the zone for the high stick. Wiseman took the shot. He went towards the net. Burmeister was looking for that rebound to fall back into his glove up in the air. And Wiseman put his stick on it, so they're going to bring it all the way back into the Foxes zone with 51 seconds to go on the power play for the Foxes. 2:57 on the clock.
Tied at 1. Thomas taking the draw for Norwin. Wins the draw. Back to Verratti. Verratti fans on a shot. Taken ahead by Wiseman. Wiseman drops the pass back. Kassane to Cassill on the near wall. Back to Kassane behind the net. Brings it back to Cullen. Cullen on the half wall, near side. Throws it across, looking for Wiseman. That one off the board and then dumped down almost by Norwin, but a great play by Goldstein on the blue line to keep it in. Kassane throws a wrister in front. That one rebounded out and deflected off the second attempt and dumped down. 10 seconds to go on the power play. 2:15 to go in the second period. Goldstein brings it ahead. One last rush for Fox Chapel. Wiseman gets it. Wiseman to Kassane. Penalty expires. 0 for 3 are the Foxes on the power play. Wiseman goes for a backhand, blocked down, chips it off the back of the boards, throws it in front, nobody there, and stolen away. Here comes Cirilli. Cirilli gets past the defender, brings it to the front. Backhander from just in front of the keeper, Ratner. And Ratner makes the easy save with 1:50 to go in the second period.
Cirilli on the rush down the left wing side. He caught Kaiser leaning on his toes, reaching for the poke check, was able to go around him. Looking to get that go-ahead goal. We're tied at 1. We have, this is what the Knights need, Sean. They need some of the offensive attack from Cirilli and Thomas, who have been the two lead dogs for this Knights team all season.
1:40 to go. Farah brings it across the Norwin blue line, throws a wrist shot right to the glove of Burmeister, who just snags it and holds on. 1:39 to go, second period, and the faceoff to the near side.
They might want to shoot low on him so he doesn't glove it, generate some rebounds off his pads. Here comes the stretch play again off the far boards.
They went for it, but Cirilli can't catch up to it, but does a great job on the back check to regain the puck. Throws one in front, saved by Ratner and kicked away. Farah has it with 1:25 to go. Off the boards. Farah comes up with it again. Farah tries to stretch it to Jacobs a little too far. Backhander by Stoner. Jacobs comes up with it. Jacobs throws a shot, and that one comes wide. Back to center red goes Farah. Backhander to Goring, and Goring dumps it down. Quick change for Farah as he comes off. Tucker Cullen, perfect time to come on. Gets the puck. Jacobs, the captain, deflected, blocked. Here comes Homan. Homan knocked off the puck by Goring. Goring goes for the blue line, but Work was a little too far back to come make the play, and it goes all the way into the Fox Chapel zone with 45 seconds to go in the second period. Work, his pass knocked down. Kassane, pass across to Sarah. Sarah right in front of the red line, gets the pass, and a penalty is going to be called.
Elbowing call against.
It's going to be on Fox Chapel and Kassane. I think he elbowed Costantino.
Killing Kassane his second penalty of this second period. He had only 12 PIMs all season, Sean. 6 penalties on the season. He has 2 in this period alone. The first one was completely unnecessary. I did not get a good look at that one.
31.6 reads the clock. 1-1 reads the score. 2 minutes for the power play for Norwin, and off the face-off, Fox Chapel cannot clear, kept in by Costantino. Thomas Sorelli. Sorelli, his shot deflected in the middle. Backhander from in the air is not able to do anything as Vecchio, and ahead comes Casil. Casil, he has it. Power moves towards the cage, knocks down the defender Sorelli. Goes behind the net. Puck squirts in front. Burmeister can't hold on to it, but coming free with it is Vecchio. Vecchio loses the puck, and time expires before Verratti can bring out the rush for Norwin. We are through 2 periods of play from the Palmer Products Imaging Arena, and your score is tied 1-1. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap the first 2 periods and get you prepared for another 17 minutes. Again, it's Norwin 1, Fox Chapel 1. You are watching the PIHL Class 2A quarterfinals right here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Two jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino.
Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads-Up Sports Training System, improving reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Shoulders, knees, and toes.
affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
2 jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us. I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
PIHL quarterfinals here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Sean Saputo, Kevin Zolmansky, Jess Levo, our videographer this evening for this 4 versus 5 matchup. We are at the second intermission, tied at 1-1. Kevin, you have the scoring breakdown for us via the PIHL website.
I do, Sean, and I think you and I, when you look at a game that's 4-5 in an 18 bracket, you would expect or hope for a close game, and that's what we have so far. Only 2 goals scored in the first period. It was Grady Cullen who picked up his 9th of the season, first of the playoffs. He had a stick on the ice near the right post. Tyler Goldstein took a shot. He was able to stop it and reach around and deposit it home for the first goal of the game at the 10:15 mark of the first period. They also have Nate Serra as the primary assist guy, but that's just laziness by the officials and the scores over there because it was clearly Cullen from Goldstein.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how Serra got in, but they both got an assist. That was the score at the end of 1. First period shots on goal were 13-10 in favor of the Foxes. Into the second, we saw a foot race between Dom Constantino and Hayden Strittmatter for the Foxes. The puck went right down the middle of the ice, and Constantino won the race. Strittmatter took a dive to try to poke it. So from the top of the circles in, Constantino was all alone, and he beat the goaltender Ratner over the 6th side. At the 5:07 mark of the second, we were tied at 1. Shots in that period were 9-8. 2-period total, 22-18 in favor of Fox Chapel. 9-8 in favor of Fox Chapel, 22-18 on the 2-period total. 5 penalties in the game. Foxes.
I think they have that one mixed up as well.
Yeah, that's reverse.
Yeah, Fox Chapel was 0 for 3.
Fox Chapel Cassane had 2 penalties, plus the other player that had the one to make it 5-on-3.
Yeah, but Cassane is currently in the
Right.
box, so they're 0 for 2 is Norwin at the moment. And Fox Chapel had 3
Right.
power plays.
Correct. I was just trying to count the minutes. So while we have a minute, let's take a quick look at the opposite side of the state in the Flyers Cup 2A seeding. Number 1, Penridge will play number 16, Ben Salem. Number 2, Council Rock will play number 15, Spring Ford. Number 3, Boyertown will play 14, Pennsbury. Number 4, Downingtown West will play number 13, Souderton. Number 5, Haverford will play 12, North Penn. Number 6, Central Bucks South will play 11, Avon Grove. Number 7, Lower Merion will play number 10, Cherokee. Lower Marion's probably most famous alum is known for a different sport, right?
Yep.
And number 8, Central Bucks East will play number 9, Downingtown East. All games are tomorrow night on the 5th. The winners, they play on the 7th. They play on the 14th in the semis. And then March 19 and 20 is the Flyers Cup Championships, much like the Penguin Cup playoffs.
Let's talk about these Penguin Cup playoffs here. We'll go through all the brackets, talk to you when games are being played, tell you who's going to be where and everything. The D2 tournament bracket, 1G versus 4B. It is tonight at 9 o'clock at the Ice Castle, Bishop Canevin. The winner of G will face the winner, or not from 4B, Connellsville. 2B, Ringgold will face 3G Neshannock. 2G, Burrell will face 3B Morgantown. The Ringgold-Neshannock game tomorrow, 9 o'clock at CFS Bank Arena. Burrell and Morgantown tonight, 8 o'clock, puck drop. That one just underway at Pittsburgh Ice. And Carrick and Deer Lakes the 1B versus 4G matchup takes place at Ice Castle tomorrow at 6:30. Penguins Cup playoffs 4A. First round games were on February 27th, 28th, and the 29th. Moon defeating Mars, North Catholic defeating Blackhawk, Shaler defeating Beaver, Greensburg Salem defeating Plum. Tonight, 9-10 at Mount Lebanon. Chartiers Valley is squaring off against Moon. Tomorrow at 7:40 at S&T Bank Arena. It is 2G Indiana versus 6G North Catholic. Chartiers Valley Moon is 1B versus 5B. 2B Avonworth faces 3G Shaler. That is at 9:15 tonight at RMU. And Quaker Valley, Greensburg Salem currently underway at RMU in that one. And I did not see a score update for that game. And then we take a look at this Class 2A once again. South Fayette versus Penn Trafford. That game ongoing at Mount Lebanon. Our game here tied at 1. Greater Latrobe and Franklin Regional are currently playing at Kirk-Nevin, Thomas Jefferson, Hempfield playing at Ice Castle. And then in 3A, 3 games tonight, 1 game tomorrow. The Barrel Ice Complex tonight at 8:30. We have that one here for you on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Pine Richland versus Bethel Park. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock at Printscape Arena. Peters Township versus Upper St. Clair in the 4-5 game. Tonight, ongoing at the Barrel Ice Complex, Seneca Valley versus Mount Lebanon. And at 9 o'clock, also at the Barrel Ice Complex, North Allegheny versus Central Catholic. Let's take a look, see if we can find some of the scores from these other games. We are in the third period. Thomas Jefferson Hempfield tied at 3.
Wow, that's a bit of a surprise.
2-7 matchup here in 2A. Of course, we are tied 1-1 in the 1-8 matchup. 2-2. Penn Trafford South Fayette tied up. 1 versus 8 in that one. They have alternated goals in that game. All goals scored in the first period. And how about this? Penn Trafford is tied with South Fayette 2-2 in the second period. And Penn Trafford has had 5 penalties worth 18 minutes. They've held South Fayette to 0 for 4 on the power play. Has scored a power play goal of its own. Has Penn Trafford, and currently at the Kirk-Nevin Arena, Greater Latrobe and Franklin Regional are now tied as well, 2-2. Franklin Regional just scoring to tie that one in the second period as that nears the midway point.
Sean, I think it's an indication of what the league wanted to happen about, 8-9 years ago, where we decided to use a formula and group them based on, enrollment at 40% and 20% for 3 years, that you see the top 2 teams in South Fayette and TJ, who everybody thought were decisive favorites, are in a battle against the 7th and 8th seed. So point is that all 8 of the schools and the teams are very competitive. And if you don't play well in a 1-game scenario, you could be knocked out.
For the remainder of the playoffs after tonight in Division 2, who 2 games tonight, 2 games tomorrow, they will take the ice at RMU Island Sports Complex on March 14th at 6:45 and 8:45 for their semifinal. Championship game will be March 18th at 8:45 p.m. at the UPMC Lemieux Complex. For Class A, again, 3 matchups tonight, 1 tomorrow. Semifinals, 6:45 and 8:45 at RMU on March the 13th. And A has the nightcap on March 19th at 8:45 p.m. This 2A tournament continues on the 12th at RMU at 7 to 9. Championship game at UPMC Sports Complex at 6:15 on March 18th. And for Class 3A semifinals, March 11th, 7:15, 9:15. Championship is 6:15 on March the 19th. So the 2 lower classifications get the 2 late games, as we are back for third period action on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. It's Norwin with the puck and Sorelli. Sorelli along the near boards, goes back behind the cage. Sorelli to the top. Costantino with Norwin on the power play. Sorelli back to Costantino. Mans the point. Throws a wrister. Blocked down and out.
Big opportunity on this power play, Sean, for the Knights to take the lead on their home ice. We've got 50 seconds remaining in that man advantage.
Costantino brings it ahead across the red line and steers back around. Really kind of works that blue line point by himself on power plays. Chips it ahead. Sorelli. Sorelli has his puck knocked down by Casillo.
Oh,
Casillo, hard hit. Puck squirts out. Rebound and a score! Casillo started that whole thing with the check on the near corner. Puck squirted to the front. Burmeister went for the poke check, and Wiseman was there to collect the garbage and turn around, shoot it in. Short-handed are the Foxes, and they make it a 2-1 game with 15:58 to go in the third.
And, Sean, that is the risk of, you mentioned Constantino working the blue line by himself. That's what's known as an umbrella setup. If you watch the local NHL team, they get burned all the time with that one guy up high. Casillo physical in the corner. Wiseman goes in the net. Nobody picks him up. They all go to try to help in the corner, and he gets basically a turnaround shot, right, Sean? Look, a turnaround jumper, and he put it home for the lead shorthanded.
Burmeister went for the poke check to clear it free, but poked it right to the stick. Thomas now quickly ahead. He has been held scoreless tonight. Costantino across, still on the power play is Norwin. 5 seconds to go. Sorelli, Costantino, Thomas, one-timer blocked in front. Puck lays in the crease. Ratner falls down on it. And we have some whistles for extracurricular activity behind the net. 15:30 to go. Foxes clear another power play. Both teams 0 for 3 with the man advantage tonight.
That time on the cross-ice feed for the one-timer, Thomas got more of it. Last time we talked about it, he healed it. That time he got more of his blade on it, forced Ratner to make a save, and then the ensuing scramble in the blue paint in front of Ratner as the Knights were looking for that loose puck to jam home that rebound, but he covered it. And we're going to see a lot more of Thomas and Sorelli here with the Knights down 1 with 15:30 to go. They're going to be playing them as much as they can to get the equalizer.
Shot off the face-off by Toth of Norwin is blocked away by Ratner, and ahead comes Jacobs of the Foxes. Jacobs to the near circle, loses it behind the cage, comes to the far side. Toth knocks it down. Puck battled forward behind and squirts to the near side boards. With it is Fox Chapel off the steal. Farah tried to get a shot off. He can't do so, and here comes Sorelli. Sorelli dumps it towards the cage. Blocker saved by Ratner to Thomas, but Thomas's drop pass for home and goes awry. Head with it, Jacobs. Jacobs in the middle slot. His shot blocked and rolls right to the glove of Burmeister off the stick of Singleton. 14:49 to go, third period. Foxes in charge.
One more time in transition. The Foxes got ahead of the back checkers for the Knights. Two of the more offensive guys for the Knights slowly coming back in the zone. Now they go for a change. I know you're pushing to get a goal, but you still have to be responsible, Sean. You have 15 minutes remaining here. You just can't use all your effort offensively and extend your shift where you can't get back and give this dangerous Foxes team time in transition.
The initial face-off, again, right into the netting over the short glass. Redo of the face-off, goes behind the cage. Backhander by Fox Chapel, knocked down. Just gets it in front. Puck stopped, and Burmeister covers the puck. It was Grady Cullen looking for his second off the rebound, but Burmeister smothers things with 14:35 on the clock.
Clever little pass. When you see guys circling the net and they pass it back from the side where they started to circle the net, try to catch the goalie leaning. That time Kassane with a nice little pass in front. Burmeister was able to make a save and get big down low to prevent any rebound being poked home. And there's a big win off the draw, and in front again. Burmeister has to glove that puck and make the save.
Burmeister doing a great job for Norwin. Both goalies really doing a great job tonight.
Yeah, because all you and I talked about at the open was all the goals, right? We only have 3.
So much scoring. So that puck squirts out of play. Yeah, face-off stays on the near side circle in the Norwin zone. Again, these two teams so familiar with each other, not only playing regular season, played the last two postseasons. Last year, Fox Chapel won a 7-3 goal fest in the semifinal before falling to Kiski in the championship. Year before that, as Work's shot stays on the ice, skipped up a little bit to hit the glove of Burmeister. In 2022, it was Norwin who came out victorious in the semifinal, who would go on to win the Class A championship.
5-0 over McDowell of Erie, their first ever Penguin Cup championship.
That shot off the faceoff is saved. Wiseman got the shot, got the rebound, and brought it around. Shot around. That one knocked down. Backhander by Cullen is knocked down and, again, touches the short net. And like you said, Kevin, this glass is so short here.
It's too short.
Along the boards where you try to backhand anything, you're hitting net and you're setting yourself up in danger territory with a defensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, if they ever do any remodeling or upgrades, I think they should really consider higher boards to keep play going. The safety of the fans is covered with the netting, but to keep play going, you could use taller glass.
Thomas wins the draw. Off the boards goes Norwin, chips it ahead, but Work keeps it in. Work fires it to the far side. Sarah comes away with it from Fox Chapel. Goes behind the cage to Casil. Casil gets it to Work. Work chips it down. Puck backhanded out. Cullen knocks it. And now it's just back and forth in and out of the zone.
It's all Foxes want to do right there. Kind of a 1-2-2 type setup.
Pass in front, just missing it. In front for the Foxes was Nate Serra. And ahead of it comes Thomas. Thomas fires a wrister off the far bar. Squirts out to Costantino. He gets it in. And Fox Chapel with the lob pass gets it out. 13:20 to go, third period, second bar of the game for Norwin. First for Norwin. Fox Chapel had one earlier in the game.
Yeah, Thomas with a good shot, hit that far post up over the blocker of Ratner.
Cullen has it. Cullen working against two defenders, just throws a wrister, knocked down. Burmeister had it. Cal Constantino tapped it back to him. Burmeister wasn't even down with the pad, had to hurry and scatter to get down to smother that one, and line changes on both sides with 12:57 to go in the third.
Communication between the D and goalie are critical right there. There wasn't really any forecheckers nearby. Constantino, the defenseman, could have played it and moved it and kept play going, trying to catch Fox Chapel tired, but they got the face-off.
Sorelli brings the puck ahead for the Knights across the red line. Enters the offensive zone. Sorelli, power move. Backhand pass to Costantino is wide. Costantino chips it back behind the cage. Homan chips it to Sorelli. Sorelli's shot stayed on the ground, went through the crease, and right to Goring. Goring saucers it ahead to Farah. Farah deeks past one defender, brings it back on the power move to the blue line. Chips it across to Goring. Goring in the circle. He throws a shot off the mask of Burmeister and out of play with 12:19 to go.
Farah with a little bit of fancy stick handling ability. Beat the defenseman once, twice, turned and fired. As we get a battery change for our camera, that's why you're seeing a black screen momentarily. But Sean Farah continues to be good since he took that hard hit in the first period. He's been really good.
Jess Levo, fastest camera operator in the Whippy.
That's like a pitch stop, right, Sean?
Thomas ahead. He goes for the backhand pass rather than going for the shot. Nearly intercepted, but he holds serve. Puck comes to the near side. Wiseman now brings it ahead. Wiseman gets it up to Cullen. Cullen looking. Goes back to Wiseman. Off Wiseman's skate. Puck laying right in front of the crease. Thomas comes away with it. Knocked down by Fox Chapel and an offsides as it was knocked down by Strip Matter, who knocked it behind the blue line into the offensive zone, which creates the offsides.
So it's like pulling in the pit lane, right? Changing the tire.
Yep.
Just with the quick battery change. We're continuing action here. Fox Chapel wants to stay above the puck now, up a goal. 11:50 to go. You don't want to give Thomas, Sorelli, or any of the Knights an opportunity in transition.
Zaravica Backhands it to the cage. Ratner, he's just going to hold on to it.
My instructions from the bench right there would be to my goalie to move that. You do not want the face off.
You have 3-4 Foxes
Right.
around you.
You can point, the defenseman can call for this side, and you can move it and go D to D and get out, but you can't want to bring the face off in.
Cam Radna, the head coach of the Foxes, kind of put his hands on his cheeks there. His 7th year at the helm of the Foxes.
That indicates to me he was thinking like I was thinking.
On the other side, you got Mike Robinson, 4th year head coach of the Knights. Both of them doing great jobs with these two teams who have in the back-to-back PIHL Class A semifinals, each of them making the championship in the last 2 years. Is that behind the cage for Fox Chapel's Goldstein. Goldstein throws it in front, and smothering that puck is Burmeister. But again, both of them getting to the championship the last 2 seasons, Norwin in 2022, Fox Chapel in 2023. Both these teams making the move up to Class 2A and really doing a great job at pulling seeds 4 and 5.
Last year, Fox Chapel was a really good team. They just caught a Kiski area team that got really hot at the right time in the playoffs last year.
4-1 was that final score of the championship game last year in Class A. Or the Foxes were knocked out. Pass up ahead. Fox Chapel gets it, tries to clear it down, does so. Back into the defensive zone. Stolen by Cullen off the stick of Stoner. Cullen goes down, but he really ran into the stick, was not pulled down by Stoner to draw a penalty. Stoner cross to Costantino. Cal Costantino squirted ahead and into the Fox Chapel bench. Out of play with 10:35 to go, 3rd period.
Good crowd here tonight, Sean. Both sides along this side, the near side of the rink. We got people standing around the end to our right. Seeing a good hockey game here.
You can see the Fox Chapel fans kind of relaxed a little bit right now with the 2-1 lead. Norwin side, you see a lot of heads moving a little bit. The angst getting to them as we have 10:25 to go in the 3rd and an icing call on the Norwin Knights. And that'll bring it back down into their defensive zone. And that's one thing Norwin, if you're just joining us, kind of want to figure out what's going on with this one. One, Fox Chapel's done a great job at holding off Alex Thomas. That's been
Terrific
key number
job.
1.
Great point.
Key number 2, when Thomas has had his chances, he has passed up on a lot of opportunities to shoot the puck at the net, trying to go for passes. But also, third thing is the passing has not been clean for the Norwin Knights tonight either.
That's really hindered their offense. I think those are some great observations. The passing for the Knights is I haven't seen them this year. It's one of the few teams I haven't, and I'm sure their offense has been more efficient. And I like to use the word clicking, right? It just doesn't seem like it's clicking tonight. I don't know how else to use it.
Thomas has the puck, though. He's going to toe drag into the low slot. Throw a shot. Pat saved by Ratner as Thomas was taken down, and the puck comes free into the center ice. Dump back down, and Cullen has it. Norwin had to get back on side. Kaiser gets it ahead. Casil, he loses the puck, but he gets it back behind the net. Backhand. Casil taps it over to Goldstein. Goldstein breaks through. Low slot. Backhander save by Burmeister. And puck not cleared out. Goldstein has it again at the face-off dot. Gets it to the half wall. Throws it to the cage. Burmeister thought that was cutting across, but he luckily got a pad on it. And now a breakout and a bad pass by Norwin as it goes down, but it's off the pad of Ratner and collected by Sorelli. Now a 4-man scrum and a power play coming up for Fox Chapel as Cullen was crushed into the boards by Mason Homan. And that is going to bring about the 4th Fox Chapel power play.
Right there was a great example of what you had just mentioned, not connecting on their passes. Sorelli was in full gallop, and they could have hit him on the blade and given him an opportunity to come down the left wing side. And the result, it goes in the corner off of Ratner, and then Homan takes the penalty. I am unsure what the Fox Chapel fans are currently screaming about.
I think I heard one say that should be a 5.
Oh, a check from behind, 2 and 10, maybe?
Yeah. Shot by Casil is off target wide on the near side, but Wiseman collects on the far half wall. Gets behind the net with a power move. Comes back to the near side boards. Wiseman skates along the blue line. Backhand pass to Casil. Casil atop the circle. Throws a shot and right into the chest of Burmeister for the save. 33 shots for Fox Chapel in this game. 31 saves for Owen Burmeister.
So in that last shift before the penalty, Casil and Goldstein executed a really good high cycle on the far point. So you got to be cautious now up a goal when you're get involved. You got to be sure when you do it.
Casil threw a shot that was deflected up and out, and Casil took a hard spill. Kind of got lifted off his skates and fell right on his shoulder. He goes down in a heap with 8:37 to go here in period 3. And now the officials are talking over this one.
Where to drop the puck,
Yeah.
whether or not it hit the goalie or whether he shot it over the boards on his own will determine where the puck is dropped. They're going to keep it inside. If you're going to make a power move to the net, Sean, sometimes you're going to pay the price, and Casil did right there, but the faceoff's going to stay inside.
Norwin clears off the draw. Zaravica comes up with the puck on the near side. He's going to try to hold it in for Norwin, but
Good
doesn't
check.
do so long as it was Goldstein who came up with the check. Casil gets it to Wiseman. Wiseman knocked off the puck by Costantino, and Wiseman regroups. Tape-to-tape pass on the blue line. Goldstein, backhand pass to Casil. Casil throws one in front. Zaravica comes up with it. Throws it off the far boards and out. 1 minute remaining on the Fox Chapel power play. 8:05 to go, third period. Fox is leading 2-1.
The reason that was a good check was Goldstein rubbed out his hands and separated him from the puck.
Wiseman to the low slot. Loses the puck. Coming up with it is Thomas. Thomas has a 2v3 for Norwin. He's going to take on all the defenders. Backhand one saved by Ratner. Sorelli, though, giving chase. Chips it back to Verratti, and Verratti tried to go for Thomas. The pass deflected by Cullen ahead. Toth backhands it to the red line, but it's stolen away by Cassane. Cassane with it. Cassane steers along to the near boards. Cassane. Pass across, atop the far circle. Shot and a save. Sarah had the open look, but Burmeister again holding the fort for the Knights with 7:26 to go in the third period, trailing 2-1. 22 seconds to go on Fox Chapel's power play.
So this is a time in the game where as a staff, when you're leading by one in the playoff game, Sean, you're reminding your players about managing the puck, keeping it going towards their goal, careful of any back passes.
Backhand pass goes into the low slot. Puck caroms around, and Burmeister finally finds the frozen rubber and smothers it. With 7:18 to go, still 14 seconds left on this Fox's power play.
We've seen the Knights try to run a bank stretch play. Thomas is going to take the draw. We'll see if Sorelli tries to streak here, if they win it. And he is streaking. They didn't need to bank it because they're shorthanded.
Puck dumped down. Sorelli unable to win the race. Doing so is Work. Dylan Work gets it across. Near side, Nate Serra backhands it into the zone. 0 for 4 tonight on the power play are the Foxes. Both teams have combined for 0 for 7. All goals, 2 of the goals scored at regulation. Fox Chapel has 1 shorthanded on the night. Sorelli hits the puck at the blue line. Cross to Costantino. He crosses in. Costantino tries to find Sorelli, but again, the defense tonight for Fox Chapel has been so quality, knocking Norwin off pucks, creating very poor passing lanes, and it was one thing that Cam Radina mentioned, that we have to play defense, and when we play defense, we play extremely well.
He said they've been working on it a lot in practice, and it's really helped them the last 7 games. That was sort of paraphrasing, but he did specify 7 games. Early on, they were a little sloppy, but they've been terrific from about the 5-minute mark of this game.
Goring has the puck for Fox Chapel, taking on 3 defenders, gets past 1, gets it to the near side, goes to Kaiser atop the point. Kaiser wrists one, and that one into the mesh. Out of play, 6:12 to go, and it has to almost be frustrating at times for these players, especially when Constantino can literally skate up to the ice and just stick his hand in to pick the puck.
It's so short that Constantino could reach over. It's like he was reaching in the cookie jar right there.
Pass cleared by Norwin. Great job by Zaravicka, and the official letting him and Kaiser play. Zaravicka may have gotten away with a slash, but it's late stages of a playoff game. Puck through, knocked off the puck. It was Goldstein, and now Norwin has it, but it's only Costantino and 4 Foxes. He gets past one, gets to the circle. Wrist shot saved by Ratner on the short side, and a penalty coming up, and it's interference, and it's going on Fox Chapel. So the Fox Chapel fans next to us are not going to be happy. There was a potential slash by Zaravicka on this side. On that side, a possible interference that could have been called on Norwin, but instead it is Fox Chapel's Hayden Farah who gets called for interference, and now a Norwin power play. 0 for 3 on the night are the Knights.
Fox Chapel got caught with a bad D pair out there, and it almost cost him on that last shift.
Thomas loses the puck, and a beautiful clear that nearly squirted through the wickets of Burmeister that got to the near boards.
That was unexpected.
Oof. Sigh of relief for Burmeister as Thomas brings it ahead. Near side, Thomas dances. Costantino back to Thomas. Pitch and catch on the near side. Backhand pass to Sorelli on the far boards. Sorelli gets it to Costantino atop the point. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas, pitch and catch with Costantino. Costantino, wrister, laying in front, backhand score! Clear the garbage for Norwin. It was Aaron Verratti who got the backhand on the rebound after the wrister by Costantino. We're tied at 2 with 5:01 to go.
Well, I mentioned Verratti had 6 goals on the season for the Knights. He has all 6 are on the power play, Sean. And for a defenseman, I was a bit surprised. Little did I know that they like to park him in front. He's a very sturdy, stocky player, and they put him in front to try to take away the eyes of the goaltender. And that time, 2 guys came out to guard Thomas on the right wing side. They were able to throw it to Constantino at the top of the umbrella. He got it in front of the net, and Verratti put home the rebound. We're tied at 2.
First power play goal of the night between these two teams. Norwin 1 for 4 on the man advantage, and Fox Chapel's 0 for 4. Fox Chapel throws a shot from the blue line right to the glove of Burmeister, who holds serve. And with 4:40 to go, we got a fresh hockey game here.
There will be a full period of overtime if needed. It'll be sudden victory in overtime. I was going to talk about putting a defender on Thomas on the power play, make them work somewhere else, try to take away his one-timer. And that time they were able to get it from center point in front of the net.
There are no shootouts in the postseason.
Thank God.
No postseason should ever come down to a shootout.
No.
Full periods. We'll see what happens. Singleton has it. Wrist shot. It gets through! It went off Goldstein from the top of the point! Norwin has its first lead of the game! Zach Singleton with the wrister from the point. Off Goldstein and in. It's 3-2 Knights. 4:23 to go.
Sean, that is Zach Singleton's first goal of the season. 0 goals, 2 assists, 2 points. What an amazing time for that player to get his first goal of the season. And just like that,
remarkable.
Norwin is in front 3-2 with a matter of seconds. Fox Chapel was in control, and now they're trailing by 1.
Puck skips to the net. Ratner throws it out to York. The power play changed everything. Wiseman with it. Wiseman can't go in. Losing an edge was Grady Cullen. Fox Chapel has to dump it down. Burmeister has it behind the net. Chips it to the near side. Work holds on. Work trying to backhand it. Great defense, though, by Vecchio. Wiseman tries to get it through. He can't do so. Kept out by Norwin. Norwin has it. Vecchio, he's knocked off the puck. Wiseman steers it to the near side. Can't get past Thomas. Thomas with the backhand. Kassane loses it, and it's dumped down by the Knights. 3:30 to go, third period.
What a wedge shot that was, right on net. It's like a flop shot.
Farah goes coast to coast. Farah to the mid slot. His wrister off the crossbar into the netting with 3:23 to go. Farah ripped one from atop the circle and just missed the glove side of Burmeister.
Farah had a lot of speed, and it looked like, Sean, he was going to go protect it on the backhand, and then very quickly pulled it in tight and shot it through a screen, and he hit the intersection of the post and crossbar.
Goldstein throws one at the net. That one blocked down by Costantino, and he has it and brings it ahead. Slaps one down, goes behind the cage, kicks out to Checkeye at the blue line. Puck along the far side boards. Checkeye gets it to Costantino atop the near circle. Pass, shot, score! Zane Zaravica couldn't get it out. Zane Zaravica picks up the goal for the Knights. 3 goals in 2 minutes and 4 seconds for Norwin, and it's a 4-2 lead.
Sean, you could see that one. I got so excited, I boarded out back post because you could see the defenseman high in the zone, and Zaravica had a lane, and the shot fake pass was available, and they saw it, and they executed, and now they lead by 2. I didn't see who made the pass.
Costantino with the pass.
All right, let's get a quick review here. Fox Chapel Liam Wiseman, shorthanded, gave the Foxes the lead at the 1:02 mark of the third period for Wiseman, his 19th. And then at the 11:21 mark, Aaron Verratti on the power play from Dom Costantino and Dom Sorelli. For Verratti, his 7th all power play goals. At the 12:37 mark, so 1 minute and 16 seconds later, Zach Singleton, his first of the season from Dom Sorelli and Dom Costantino. For Costantino, that's his 3rd point. And then this one was Zaravica, Zane Zaravica, his 7th of the season. Not yet entered, but you said Costantino made the pass. That gives him 1 goal and 3 assists on the game. The Knights lead 4-2. Sean, what a turn of events.
It was all the power play. The power play that Fox Chapel gave Norwin that ended up tying this game gave all momentum to the Knights. Fox Chapel has work to do down 2. Cullen ahead. Cullen steers it to the middle. Shot! That one goes wide off the stick of Casil. Puck held in by Fox Chapel. Tries to get it to the mid slot. Looking for Cassane. Goes back to Casil. His wrister is knocked away on the far side. To the middle. Cullen. Cullen's shot is wide. Casil has the puck. Casil throws one across. Cullen tries to race for it. Comes up the board. But a great job by Cirilli. Cirilli with the puck. Shot, save, rebound, and another save by Ratner. And the puck is frozen with 2:17 to go. But it's frozen because Cirilli took a hard spill. He had the initial shot. Homan had the rebound attempt. But Ratner stands tall to keep Fox Chapel within 2.
What a dangerous rebound. Ratner did an excellent job pushing off with that left skate to get over, keep his shoulders back and stand tall and make that save to keep this a 2-goal deficit for the Fox Chapel Foxes. Face off in the Foxes zone.
Puck dropped. Verratti got the face off for Norwin. Costantino drops it back to Vecchio. Vecchio holds it behind the net, comes to the far sideboard, stolen by Goldstein, and he brings it ahead for Fox Chapel. Goldstein carries it across the blue line, throws a wrister deflected to the near side, Wiseman. Wiseman goes back behind the cage. Wiseman in a bunch of traffic, throws it in front. Farah can't play it cleanly, and here comes Thomas. Thomas with nobody in goal. He is gonna bury it. Norwin has scored 4 unanswered with 1:46 to go. The Knights are feeling another semifinal appearance.
For Thomas, his 33rd of the season, the leading goal scorer in 2A and the PIHL salts this one away for the Norwin Knights. He had a 2-zone breakaway. He pulled away at center ice. They just could not catch him. then they put it home to make it 5-2. Sean, this is a stunning turn of events. Very quickly, Norwin turned this around.
It took one power play goal. That's all it was. Hard hit by Sorelli on work on the near side. Sorelli gets cleared on the far side. And now we got a scrum on the far side. Sorelli took a second hard hit in succession. He got taken out a little bit ago. Penalty is going to be called as we got some chirping between Sorelli and Beiersdorfer. Sorelli pumping up the night crowd.
This is the unfortunate part, Sean, of the PIHL playoffs, and has been for a long time. When the game gets out of hand, the seniors that are not coming back. I always use the phrase, go out in a blaze of glory. So hopefully we can prevent that. 1:35 on the clock. The Knights on the power play. Their job is going to be to pass around the puck and stay away from any trouble.
Draw goes to Costantino, gets it to Thomas. Thomas throws a wrist shot that's deflected wide of the cage on the far side. Work can't chip it away. Vecchio gets it behind the cage to Sorelli. Sorelli, who has been bodied twice in succession on previous breakouts, has the puck. He's been the one pumping up the crowd. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas holding on to it. 1:05 to go, third period. Pass across. Sorelli tips it back. Rister. Save made by Ratner off the stick of Verratti. 1:02 to go. Knights will be on the power play, the remaining of regulation, and desperation time now for the Foxes.
Desperation was when the timeout occurred. The empty net goal really put it out of reach, and now they're down a man.
Thomas throwing some deeks out there, gets it to Costantino, dances the blue line, throws a wrister, and Ratner makes the save, deflected off the stick of Verratti.
Sean, if I was running a Norwin bench right now, players like Thomas, Costantino, Sorelli, they would all be on the bench. So nothing happens that prevents them from playing the next game.
Face-off won by Jacobs. Chipped ahead. Sorelli just dumps it back down. It comes all the way to the near side. 40 seconds to go in regulation. Verratti, pass in front for Vecchio off his stick. Squirts through the crease and is taken by Kaiser. Kaiser gets it ahead. Sarah passes it to Jacobs. Jacobs loses it off his stick. Thomas comes up with it. 25 seconds to go. Thomas just pulls back, skating around, wasting time. 20 seconds to go.
Keep away time, Sean.
Costantino back to Thomas. 15 seconds. Fox Chapel has pulled back. Jacobs stands in front, and that is going to do it. Jacobs dabs up the keeper. He dabs up Thomas, and the Knights trailing 2-1 with 5:01 to go, score 4 goals to win and move to the Class 2A semifinals. We will take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap this one up. We'll let you know who the Knights will meet in the semifinal when we return on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads Up Sports Training System, improving reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Welcome back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We have a final from the Palmer Productions Imaging Arena. The final score, Norwin 5.
See you Wednesday.
Fox Chapel 2. And I am Sean Saputo alongside Kevin Zolmansky, Jess Levo, our videographer tonight. And Kevin, you want to talk about a team that trailing, hitting the 5-minute remaining mark, played with serious desperation? That was the Norwin Knights, pouring in 4 goals in that final 5:01 to bring this one home.
Well, Sean, oftentimes you talk about a game and you could point to something and you call it the turning point, right? And I think you correctly identified Fox Chapel was leading 2-1, and they just took a penalty behind the play. I didn't even see it. You saw it. And that just gave the momentum to Norwin on the power play, and they just seized it after that with 4 goals in the third period to win this one 5-2. And it was really in a blink of an eye. Goals at 11:21, 12:37, and 14:03 gave them the lead, and then the empty netter, which is yet to be entered into the official box score on the league website. But Norwin, the 4 seed, digs deep in the third period and pulls it out against the 5 seed Fox Chapel Foxes. They will advance to the semifinals and play the winner of South Fayette and Penn Trafford on Monday at Robert Morris University Island Sports Center. That one is going to be at 7 p.m.
And they will face the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars.
No,
they play the winner of South Fayette. But
Fayette.
Got a final though.
They
Thomas
got a TJ
Jefferson.
final.
Yep, TJ defeats Hempfield 5-3. We have one final there right now. Check in on South Fayette and Penn Trafford. We'll see where this one's going. Right now, 8:50 to go, third period. 8th seeded Penn Trafford is leading. Top seeded South Fayette 3-2.
Defending state champion South Fayette. All right, let's do a. Let's see if they enter this. I was going to do a quick scoring recap. See if they enter this 5th goal that was scored by Alex Thomas. I don't know why they keep saying it was 4-2 final. It was a 5-2 final. All right, we'll read what we have. At the 10:15 mark, it was Grady Cullen from Nate Serra and Tyler Goldstein, really from Tyler Goldstein, and maybe Nate Serra on the secondary assist. For Grady Cullen, his 9th of the season, it was 1-0 at the end of 1. Norwin even it in the second period on a breakaway. Dom Constantino, his 11th of the season, first point of this game. Even at 1 at intermission, Liam Wiseman from Fox Chapel, shorthanded at the 1:02 mark of the third, gives the Foxes the lead. 19th of the season for Wiseman. That one was unassisted also. And then here comes the rally for the Norwin Knights on the power play. Aaron Verrata, the defenseman, standing in front in the power play, pokes home his 7th of the season from Dom Constantino and Dom Cirilli. And then Zach Singleton at this 12:37 mark, his first goal of the season from Cirilli and Constantino. And then 14:03, Zane Zaravica from Dom Constantino and Colin Chekai. For Zane Zaravica, his 7th of the season. And then Thomas added an empty net goal. I'm not sure why they did not enter that one into the official record, but it was scored, his 33rd of the season to close it out. Shots on goal went 13-9, 13-35 for Fox Chapel, 10-8, 15-33 for Norwin. Norwin 1 for 5 on the power play. Fox Chapel 0 for 3. That one was a huge one. And Burmeister, 33 saves. Ratner, 29 saves. You give an update, and I'll kind of get an idea who we want to get for the 3 stars here.
Yeah, that was I first want to say that's a tough one to swallow for Fox Chapel. They played a very, very good hockey game for what was about 45 minutes. And that final 6 minutes just got away from the Foxes, allowing this victory. The only final scores that we do have, we do know that Norwin, the 4 seed, is moving on to the semifinals. Will face the winner of South Fayette and Trafford in the 1-8 matchup. top-seeded South Fayette and defending state champions are trailing 3-2 to Penn Trafford. Thomas Jefferson is 5-3 victors over Hempfield. And as of right now, if this score stands over the final 4 minutes and 25 seconds, 6th-seeded Franklin Regional is upending 3rd-seeded Latrobe at the moment, 4-3. So that's your scores around Class 2A right now as Kevin's doing some dirty work to find out our 3 stars. I think I have a feeling it's going to be Dom Costantino as the top star.
I'm going to go with 3 players from the Knights. I was tempted to go with, for the Foxes, the freshman forward, Hayden Farrer. I thought he was very good, as was Wiseman. But Dom Sorelli had 2 assists. He picks up 2 points. Owen Burmeister, 33 saves in goal for the Knights. Dom Constantino, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. He might have even had 5 because we don't know what happened on Thomas's goal if he picked up an assist. I believe it was unassisted, but what we see, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Dom Constantino, that's your 3 stars of the game. Great job tonight.
Fantastic comeback by the Norwin Knights, trailing 2-1, under 5 minutes to go, and they pull off the victory, defeating Fox Chapel, the 5th seed. Final score 5-2, second year in a row. Norwin has sent the Foxes packing. The Knights will move on to face the winner of South Fayette and Penn Trafford on March 12th, Wednesday, March 12th, 7 p.m. at the RMU Island Sports Center in the semifinals. And the winner of that will get to go to the UPMC Lemieux Complex on March 18th. For
Tuesday,
6:15.
March 12th. Just
Tuesday?
for the listening audience.
It is Tuesday. I am thinking it's Tuesday right now. That's where there's a long weekend down at the Peterson Event Center. But it will be Tuesday the 12th, 7 p.m. against the winner of South Fayette and Penn Trafford for the opportunity.
The semis the last few years have gone 3A, 2A, 1A, D2. Used to go reverse order. The league decided to switch it, even though I'm an advisor to the league. I don't know why we switched it, but we did. And that's the way it's been for the last probably 4 or 5 years. Jess can probably confirm over there.
And the championship game will be 6:15 on Monday the 18th at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. So it will be the 2 higher classifications on Monday and Tuesday kickstarting the events, and then it will be Class A and D2 closing out Monday and Tuesday.
They used to go last. They used to be the nightcap. Kind of figured, why do they always have to deal with the nightcap? Plus, the larger schools, we can get them in and out a little easier if it's earlier. I don't know. We just made the change. It's been that way for a while, so it's going to be that way this year too.
Well, regardless, the Norwin Knights pull one out. Again, your final score, Norwin 5, Fox Chapel 2. For our videographer, Jess Levo, for Kevin Zolmansky, I am Sean Saputo, thanking you for joining us from the Palmer Productions Imaging Arena. The Norwin Knights victorious and move to the semifinal. We'll meet South Fayette or Penn Trafford next Tuesday. Again, we thank you for joining us and continue following Trib Live High School Sports Network all PIHL postseason for coverage of the playoffs and the championships. And it's only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.